It is one of the fastest ways to burn out, potentially split your audience, and slow or stall your growth. In this video, I'm going to explain to you my thoughts and opinions on how multiple channels does not equal more growth. And it definitely does not equal more success, at least not in my experience. Let's go ahead and dive into why you should not run multiple YouTube channels, at least not at first. So reason number one is simple. Divided focus equals slower growth. Okay, if you're working on two projects at once, they are going to both go slower. All right, I've been playing the board game Trouble with my children lately, and it is so funny sometimes to see the choices they make, whether it's a good choice or a bad choice. But when you have one piece and you try to move it around the board, it goes a lot faster than trying to move two pieces. All right, often when you're trying to move two pieces, somebody will squish you and you have to start all over again because you were trying to carry two instead of just focusing on one. All right, I need this lesson for myself. We'll talk more about that here in a second, but divided focus is not ideal. All right, go all in on one channel. I think focusing on one channel can help with the snowball effect. Dive deeper into your analytics. You have that time to study your titles, your thumbnails, what's working, know your audience better versus trying to know two separate audiences. It's kind of like multitasking. How people say multitasking, you can't actually do it and it's so bad for you and this and that. Having two channels, your brain's always going back and forth between the two versus just focusing on one. My second reason is that building an audience is hard. Okay, just with say my first channel, building that audience has come slowly and it has been difficult. Why am I trying to build two audiences now or even three? And I think one thing to keep in mind is if you have found success with your first channel and it really, really took off and then you want another one because you know how to be successful. If you don't know how to be successful, I would not suggest launching a second one for the most part. We'll talk more. My third reason is sort of like double the work, but not double the results. Okay, you're making, say, 2 videos a week, channel A, channel B, thumbnail, channel A, channel B, title, channel A, channel B, but it doesn't mean your views are like 100 and 100, and now I get 200 views. It's like, no, they're gonna dip and they're gonna dive and like, it's gonna fluctuate. And maybe it's like, I give all this attention to channel A, so they're going up, but channel B starts falling. And it's a give and a take. Like it's not just gonna equal and work its way up perfectly and smoothly. Okay, don't bank on that. Double the work can most definitely lead to burnout. And I would say double channels and double the work can lead you to less success with other things. Okay, so say you have 2 channels and all you do is spit out content. So it's film, edit, title, thumbnail, publish. And you just keep doing that over and over again. Okay, but what if you have one channel that has a lot of affiliate links, a lot of products? Okay, what if you have one that has a lot of sponsorship opportunities? What if you're trying to build a course and email list? Okay, versus having one channel and having it more tidy of like, I do links, I do sponsorships, I do a course or a freebie or an email offer, whatever the case is. I think you can go deeper with one channel, get that revenue going better versus going really surface level on multiple channels. Hopefully that makes sense. A fourth point I want to make is maybe you don't need to separate your channel. Okay, maybe this stuff can work together. An example I have of this is a channel that I watch sometimes, and it is Becky on Acre Homestead. So she talks gardening, she talks canning, cooking, she talks like hosting parties. Every now and then she'll do like a shop with me at the grocery store. She'll do a thrifting episode sometimes, or a clean with me and have a productive day. She does like seed planting. She just does all these things. Or like she'll talk about how she bought a half a cow and her freezer organization. She'll talk about her pantry. She talks about so many different things in a way, but yet they all go together. Overall, very well and very cohesively, and it works for her. Okay, so take me for example. How many channels have I had? I've had 3 YouTube channels. Number 1, Mom, Wife, and Everyday Life, which is my primary channel and always my primary focus. Then we have this channel here, Amanda's Numbers. I really shouldn't have this channel. I never got successful enough with my first one to do this, but I went ahead and started this one pretty close to that first one because I wanted to document my journey. And I thought a YouTube channel about YouTube would just take off on its own and would be really, really easy. Not the case. I'm here and I'm proof. But I started this second channel about my YouTube journey and somewhat about blogging as well. So my first one, my mommy one, I was covering just your typical mommy type of stuff. I don't do vlogs. I don't show my kids and my family, but it'd be like, hey, let's talk about high chair versus booster seat. Let's talk about breastfeeding. Let's talk about this. Let's talk about that. But then I came up with an idea to do these baby registry reviews, and I did about 20 or so, like I think low 20s on my Mom, Wife, and Everyday Life channel. They were my Sunday video, and then my Thursday video was like the other content. And they were so fun. I would take a baby registry off Amazon, go through it, and I had a lot of fun doing it, I thought I could separate that because that was 50% of my content at that point. And it almost was like, does this work on this channel? Does it not? What if older moms are watching my channel and they find these baby registries kind of silly because they're beyond that? That's the timeline with moms. It's kind of tricky on keeping your audience or constantly getting a new audience. So anywho, long story short, I started a third channel simply called Baby Registry Reviews. My goal with this channel was to be very niche and very focused, and I was really hoping to find success, like fast. Otherwise, I wouldn't have launched it. Okay, I did not need to have 3 YouTube channels. That is a lot to manage. The goal was that this baby registry channel would take off. It's going to be heavy on affiliate links. Obviously, I'm linking all the products, whether I suggest them or I don't suggest them. And then there was sponsorship potential as well with baby products. Okay, only the ones I would approve of, because a lot of it was me de-influencing you to buy actually fewer things, but there were still great items on these registries. So the links were there. Okay, the links were there. This channel never took off. I gave it January, February, March, April. I gave it 4 months. And I know that seems low, but this is my third channel. I've been doing 2. I've learned editing. I've learned thumbnails. I'm not saying I'm good, but I've learned as much as I feel like I can learn at this point. So I'm like, okay, maybe channel number 1 struggled because I was a rookie. I didn't know what I was doing. Kind of same with channel number 2. Maybe now, starting this third channel, I'm fresh. It's a new channel, but I'm experienced, I guess I should say. The channel is fresh and I'm coming at it with experience. So I thought this might be my ticket to success. This leads me into my next point of, if you're gonna start multiple channels, you need to make sure you found success on the first one, or if you think you learned enough on the first one to then launch that next one and it will be more successful, go for it. But I recommend you drop the first one if that's what you're gonna do. I still recommend you put your focus into one channel. Maybe your first channel is a practice run, okay? If you have 2 topics that you're so interested in and you know you need 2 channels, pick the one you like least or think you have the fewer ideas about. Maybe you're into Taekwondo and sourdough. So it's kind of dough and dough. Which one can you cover more content in? Maybe Taekwondo, you're like, I can't film too many videos on that, it's too complicated. Start a channel on that. See how it goes. Learn a little bit. And then quit publishing on it. Start a sourdough with the knowledge you gained on that one, and maybe that channel will be successful. Now, they're different topics. I'm not saying that equals success by any means, but I do think there's something to be said for coming to a new channel with experience. I've seen people where they have blown up. I mean, they're monetized in like 2 weeks, and they're talking, and then all of a sudden they go, this is my 3rd YouTube channel. And I'm like, well, that explains a little bit. They're not new. Or they have a background, of course, in like TV or in video. I'm just saying that experience can make a new channel take off much faster. So that's what I hoped would happen with my baby registry review channel. And I don't know, the algorithm must have not understood what it was. I think there's a market, there's pregnant mamas all the time. It just could not take off. And I really, really don't know why. Because I wasn't getting the impressions even, like they weren't there. I have quit doing that channel, that 3rd channel. I had to drop it. Life is getting too busy with my children, with my family. We're about to move. I don't have it in me right now to run 3 channels, so I am dropping it, and I'm actually taking the baby registry reviews and going to start making them for mom, wife, and everyday life like I previously did. They are very good for watch time, and honestly, I had some really great videos in January and February. I don't want to lose those hours. I would really like to get that channel monetized in 2025 if I can. If I can't, I probably just need to give up. Okay, sometimes I think there is something to be said for putting in the towel. I don't think running a channel for years upon years, the hours I have put into these channels, you just can't keep giving and getting nothing back. Okay, so we got to learn, we got to grow, but I do think running multiple channels will slow you down and slow your growth because your focus is split. So when it comes to launching a second or multiple channels, unless you have a team, an unlimited budget for outsourcing, or if your first channel has 1 million subs, I wouldn't recommend starting another channel, okay? Unless you're gonna drop the first and fully commit to your next channel. Focus your energy where it matters. And I would say 1 great channel beats 2 mediocre channels every time. Leave a comment, let me know your thoughts on multiple channels and where you're at with those multiple channels if you are pro doing it, okay? Check out some more videos on this channel and I hope to see you in the next one. Until then, have a great day. Bye.